I just got back from Inglourious Basterds, and I have to say I was very, very impressed with the movie. Inglourious Basterds is, I would not consider a World War II movie in any shape, form, or fashion. Yes, it takes place during the Nazi occupation of France, but to me, it was most definitely not a World War II movie. In fact, as the trailer suggests, it is a Nazi killing movie, and they did a very good job of that. Now I'm going to attempt as best as I can to give a spoiler-free review, and try to keep it as short as I possibly can. So, Brad Pitt is the leader of a group known to the Germans as the Bastards, who are very efficient, Nazi-killing, small little team. And they go into France, and they pretty much kill some Nazis. I do have to say, Brad Pitt made the movie for me. He was most definitely the comic relief. He was the most entertaining, one of the most entertaining on the screen, along with Christoph Waltz, who played a German colonel, who had this extremely interesting character who would start a conversation so gently and intellectually and very courtesy. He was very polite, and I have to say the dialogue in this movie was amazing. Tarantino always is able to make a useless conversation that has nothing to do with the plot incredibly interesting. I found that after 20 minutes of a conversation, I was like deeply invested in what they were talking about, and ultimately it had nothing to do with the story at all, which is strange, but it's amazingly entertaining. And of course, the violence would then occur with almost no warning, and it would be incredibly fast and bloody, and well, you know, if you've seen Tarantino films, you know what I'm talking about. Another character I very much enjoyed was Eli Roth. He played the Bear Jew, who was pretty much a very angry Jewish man who beat people with a baseball bat. Now, the movie was broken up into chapters, much like the Kill Bill movies were. You know, Chapter 1, and 20, 30 minutes later, you'd have Chapter 2, Chapter 3, I think it went up to 5. And like other movies of his, involved two groups of people that didn't directly know that they were affecting the other group, but pretty much towards the end, it brought the two characters that they were focusing on not really together, but in the same event, which was incredibly amazing, but completely historically inaccurate. I have to say, this movie surprised me more than any other movie this year, especially with the ending. I completely did not expect what was going to happen at the end, and I completely accepted it. It was hilarious. It was awesome. I even brought my 14-year-old sister to the movie, and she started laughing at this scene. It was just incredibly ridiculous. So overall, this movie was just really, really good. Just the entire concept. Some parts were kind of slow, especially the conversations, because they literally had, you know, 10, 15, 20-minute conversations, you know, with just a abrupt outburst of violence at the end, and so, but I gotta give this movie like a 9.5 out of 10, probably. I'd have to say it was up there with Pulp Fiction in terms of how good it was. It was incredibly creative, I think. It was original, like I said, unexpected, because every World War II movie, you know, they always have that, okay, well, we know the outcome, that's what's going to happen, but Tarantino decided to say, oh, well, screw history, I'm going to do what I want. Which is one of the reasons why I really love this movie. So, 9.5 out of 10. If you've seen the movie, let me know what you thought. Leave any questions or comments in my comment box. And subscribe for future videos. I believe it's on that side. Someone told me it was on to the left. Whatever. Thanks for watching.
You're the love of my life, but it cuts like a knife, and I feel that I'm being misled. See, I'm a little concerned, for I recently learned of the swastika tattoo on your head. And it makes you smile when you hear Sieg Heil. You love the smell of a burning cross in the yard. You do goose-step salutes in your Doc Marten boots, and you quoted Mein Kampf in our 5th anniversary card. I think you're a Nazi, baby. Are you a Nazi? You might be a Nazi, baby. You keep extensive files on the Nuremberg trials, and you watch them whenever they're airing. I guess I should have known